the time has come.
No way, you can't enter the palace after you've gotten both the item and beaten the boss, because there's really no reason to go back other than maybe some good experience points. Hey, would you look at that, the cave's all lit up just from us getting a candle. It's one magical candle, I suppose. Now that we can see in caves, I'm gonna go ahead and go into that northern cave at the beach, over here. Yep, there's a trophy, I'm guessing. And it's an angel, I guess. Still Christianity in the Zelda games, which didn't really last. I mean, Ocarina of Time, most of the plot is based around their fictional religion, and like the 3 goddesses of Hyrule and such. So I kinda need to explain exactly what our options are right now. We could continue on this path if only there were a boulder in our way. We need the hammer item in order to deal with the boulder, and the hammer item we get at Death Mountain, which is one of the hardest parts of the game. Death Mountain is quite a ways away. We gotta go around all of here, over to the town where we were before, where I'll go ahead and pick up the magic spell we can get now that we got the trophy. You saved the trophy! Come, see my uncle. As you would guess, her uncle is the magic teacher of this town, the town of Ruto. With this, you can jump very high. So he gave us the jump spell. It uses a little bit more magic than the shield spell does, but it is required at some points, including the next area we need to get to, which is why you have to do that little cave and you have to come here and talk to him and everything. So continuing out of the town, we gotta head south, around all of these rocks, and into this cave here. And I think this is the cave where we're gonna have to use jump at one point. Could really use some health right now, but there isn't really because the enemies never drop it. Here's the part where we're required to use the jump spell. Hopefully it didn't use too much magic on using the shield spell at any point. But through there, and actually we can go over here to a ferry, get all our health back, by jumping up on these... Excuse me, I said by jumping up on these logs. Here we are, we could use that for sure. And now we're on the other side of that boulder, and you think, okay, you want to get the hammer so you can get over here much quicker without having to go through that cave over and over again. But Death Mountain is so incredibly difficult, and dying on Death Mountain without getting the hammer means you have to go through that whole cave again and all this path, which this path takes a while too, because all of it is swampy and it takes a while to step through, as you can see. And not to mention, Death Mountain is even further south. There's a whole bridge you gotta go through where there's bubbles you have to dodge. And it's just this really long and tedious path you have to get through just to get to Death Mountain, which is already a really challenging place. So instead of doing that, we're gonna instead do the second palace, since there we can get a bit more experience points, hopefully, and we'll be a bit more prepared for Death Palace when we have to do it. Also up here, we have a cave. And, what is it this cave has? I can't remember if it's like an item or if it's a heart container or something. We're about halfway to our next level. That's another thing that happens when you die, by the way, or can get a game over, is you lose all your experience points, so we don't want to die. Oh, it's just for a pea bag. Okay, you know what? We wanted to get closer to leveling up, and there we go. There's another cave over there that's blocked by the boulder, so again, you really want to get that hammer so you can start exploring these caves and going through the shortcut and everything, but it's just such a hassle to get. Oh, we got a sword level up, very nice. Level 3 now, so do we one-shot these guys now? Yes, we do, very nice. These guys in the water, by the way, they're Octorocks, the same ones you fight in the original Legend of Zelda. There's a couple of returning enemies here and there. See, like here, we get magic and you think, okay, use the shield spell, so you can just actually make the magic useful, but the shield spell is only to avoid attacks, and what do you know, we're on the next screen with nothing to worry about. Oh, it's Medusa heads, and they're much more annoying in this game, in my opinion, than they were in Castlevania. And they steal XP. Oh, we don't have a key! I didn't know there was gonna be a locked door over here. Oh man, I'm just following these guys right now. Why is he taking so long to... Okay, we're dead. And because we died, game over, we are now back, as I said, all the way here. We don't lose any progress. We do lose our XP. But because of that, we have to walk all the way back, up and around the town, through the cave, and then down back to where we were before, and it's kind of annoying. One thing I'll do before I end this episode is there's another cave down here. We might as well explore. We do have the lamp now, after all. And then after I do end this episode, I'm gonna get back to where we were in the second palace off screen, so you don't have to sit through that like I do playing this game. Oh, would you look at that? It's a magic jar. to increase the size of our magic. That's nice, that brings it back to where our health is. I don't know exactly where every health and magic jar is. I usually just get them along the way because this game's kind of linear. Like, everything's very much presented to you, there's not a lot of other pathways you can go. Very much the opposite of the original Legend of Zelda.